Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed that setup and playthrough of the game Pandemic. Thanks for joining me. Now, as I mentioned, in that playthrough, I had only gone through the, basic starting version of the game with four epidemics in the game, but there is a much harder version as you go through it and things like that. And again, this is the reprint copy from 2013, so all the pieces and the components that I address are going to be based around that. So on that note, let's go ahead and start it off. The components. I really do like the components, at least of this reprint. I've never played the original print to give any sort of comparison to, but I do know that the ones that come in here, nice acrylic cubes, easy to pick up even though they are small, but they fit on the board pretty nicely. The board is, it's kind of drab in its artwork, but I think it fits really well with the guise of the theme that they're going for with, a disease and an outbreak has happened. So, the artwork on the board really does fit with the overall theme. Which brings me, I guess, into the theme of the game, and I think it's probably happened a number of times. I'd really have to research it, but this type of game, and really this game specifically, could be reskinned in almost any capacity, which I think is amazing. I was exposed to this game, like I said, probably 2013, 2014-ish, so way late to the table, or the hype, I guess, but it is such an awesome game. Fully cooperative, which I don't mind. I do prefer co-op with defector type games, but these fully co-op games are really cool. So you should definitely add Pandemic to your collection if the board game group that you guys tend to play with are ones that enjoy cooperative games, and you don't have one person that sort of cannibalizes the tone or the set, because it can sometimes feel like it turns into a single player game, which can be a little bit frustrating. So that's probably a reason why you would not want to pick up this type of game, is because as you're all working together, there typically can be one overly commanding voice that says, no, you're going to do this on your turn, you're going to do this on your turn, you're going to do this on your turn. And then the other players kind of just feel like they're just going along with whatever one person is saying. But then I also like the randomness of the game. So when you can increase the difficulty by adding more epidemics, and then there's the pure randomness of shuffling it into a quarter of the deck. So every 25% of the game, you're gonna get an epidemic and then cause some problems. During my playthrough, I had a really easy go of it early on. I think after the first or second turn, one of the players already had 5 cards needed to cure one of the diseases, which definitely doesn't happen often, because sometimes the game can just steamroll out of control, which again really adds to the fun factor of this style of game. And it does play kind of quick, it's about an hour playtime, depending on how much, I guess, cooperation or how many times a player has played it before. But also there's the difficulty factor of if you don't get certain roles, because I'll tell you what, some of those roles are almost necessary in the game. In this one, I didn't have I think it's the medic, who can cure diseases with either 1 or 2 less cards. I'd have to double check, so please forgive me on that one. But the medic is so strong that, if you don't get it, your difficulty factor has just been increased yet again, which I don't mind. So overall, guys, if you don't have Pandemic already in your collection and you do enjoy co-op games, it's a classic. Run out and get it. Definitely pick it up. You can find it almost anywhere these days for 20 bucks or less, it feels like. It's always going on some type of sale, simply because it is, at least for me, just sort of one of those staple type of games. If you're just starting out in the hobby, this is definitely one to get someone else into the hobby as well, because it's not a challenge for like, oh, I'm losing to another person, but you're working together, and that's pretty cool too. So anyway, guys, if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below in this comment section. I'm happy to answer them. Any suggestions for other games you want me to get to the table, let me know. I'll definitely consider it if I have it in the collection. If not, I'll either get it or borrow it, do what I gotta do. Definitely make it happen. But if you like what I'm doing over here, go ahead and leave a like on the video, toss me a subscribe. Really appreciate all the support. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching.